can reveal it's Savannah! We've got an Irish housemate, yeah!
Yes, we do. Now, joining me in studio is entertainment editor Owen Murphy, and giving us the inside scoop, we've got Savannah's mum, Jackie O'Reilly. You're very welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
What were the nerves like last night?
Oh, shattered. We didn't think she was going to be announced until today, until tonight's show. So it came as quite a shock to the whole family.
It's been quite a whirlwind this past week for you.
Absolutely.
Give us the timeline, because it's been kind of last minute.
It has indeed. Thursday was the call, and she didn't make the decision until Monday.
Wow, so producers were knocking on her door saying, Savannah, we want you in the house.
Yes, and she made the decision then. She flew out on Monday morning and made the decision at 11 a.m. that, yes, she was going in.
What?
She's kind of going to be in an advantage, so, because she'll have seen the rest of the housemates, and she knows what she's going into and what she's facing more than, I suppose, the other contestants who had to deal with it on the fly. So it's a smart move for her to make.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think you're never prepared for it, Owen.
Well, as a parent, I'd say you're never prepared for it.
Tell us about your daughter, though, Savannah. What age is she?
She's 26.
OK, and what's her background in, then?
Her background, she was in National Performing Arts as a child. With Eamon and Jill, so she went there, then she went to Monkstown, then she went off to London for 3 years and studied in Performers College, and then she got the opportunity to go to LA.
Where she signed with?
Joe Simpson.
So Jessica Simpson's dad. This must have been a very big deal then for her to sign with him.
Absolute big deal, you know, and they've been fantastic with her. You know, they're family to us now at this stage.
So the agenda then for her is to get great exposure, create a great profile, and hopefully launch a music career off the back of this?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the plan, because she's not known in UK and Ireland at the moment. She is known States.
Yeah, tell us about her life in the States.
States, she's busy. She's worked with a lot of Grammy award-winning producers. She's worked in studio with the likes of Justin.
Yes, tell me. So she counts Justin Bieber as a friend. Yeah. Tell us how close they are, how they got to know each other.
Yeah, she met Justin like many years ago when she was in studio, and I suppose it's something she doesn't talk about because she keeps all that confidential, and she wouldn't be liking to get any kind of you know, limelight off the back of somebody else's success. She'd like to do it on her own 2 feet.
Fair play to her. Has she worked with Ariana Grande, or is she friends with her?
She's been in studio with her, and she's definitely a friend of hers, yes.
She sounds far too classy to go into Big Brother house.
What do you think, Owen? It's a tightrope that she'll have to walk over there, because you can be certain the producers know that, and they will be poking for information on it. But again, there are ways of playing Big Brother, and if you do it right and you're smart about it, and she does seem to be very smart, and some of the initial stuff that we see, and plus, she's in a house where the IQ is probably lower than her age, so I think she's got a good shot at this.
I think she's sussed that already, if
I would have thought so.
Who do you think she potentially could clash with in the house, Jackie?
Probably Hannah and her sister.
Okay, yes,
okay. Yeah. I think she just feels that they're kind of playing a game, and she doesn't kind of like the way they're playing it.
Chanel as well, I would have thought.
Chanel, yeah. I mean, she's a lot of empathy for Ellie. She really wants to go in and say, Ellie, please, put your socks up here, girl, and I'm going to support you. You don't need to be running after this guy. So she's all for girl power, definitely.
Is she going to tell Lotan to put some clothes on?
No, nobody should tell him that.
She probably won't even bat an eyelid at Lotan, if I'm being quietly.
She did say she likes the look of Kieran. He's very, very cute. Would you feel uncomfortable if you saw her in any sort of a dalliance there, or do you think that's going to be?
I don't believe I'm going to see anything like that.
Okay, really?
Yes.
Well, where are you even going to watch the show tonight? Is there going to be tons of family around in your house?
Just the family, yeah, just the family, all in the house. So we'll all probably be screaming at the TV.
I can imagine. There's something about the Irish charm, though, that does very well on programmes like this.
It does, very much so, and I think that we have because we're such an open people, and there's a lot of personality comes across, but we're also that little bit removed that we don't like to get into too much drama. And I think we play a smarter game than maybe some of the other housemates, and I think you find that we kind of tend to either be the kind of the nice guy in the house, or else you kind of tend to be the person who sets other people up. So if you're smart, as I said, if you're smart enough to play a good game, you can make a good career out of Big Brother.
Absolutely.
But as long as you keep your clothes on.
And I think being Irish, she definitely has the wit of the Irish as well. I think which will stand to her.
Super stuff. Oh, and eviction coming up. Who do we think is in trouble?
Oh God, well, I mean, after the huge big fight between Rebecca and Joe, I think that it was probably too much for Joe to come back from. I think he's just shown that the house is too much for him.
Bad language as well.
Yeah, he hasn't ingratiated himself, and I don't think he was terribly that much at fault in this one. I don't think she held herself highly in any way, but I just think it's time for him to go, because I just don't think he fits in with the dynamic of the house. He's taking everything very personally. He brings a level of aggro that maybe that shouldn't be there. Now again, I think Chanel is probably going to escape, because of this fight, she's probably one of the worst human beings that's been in the house itself.
You really don't like her.
I think
For a few broken eggs.
she's really insidious. She's
Really?
playing like she left somebody else in that house be designated as the victim of that prank while she sat back and laughed, knowing full well that she'd gotten away with it. I just think there's a real nasty edge to her. But to that end, I think she's essential for the show.
Yeah.
But I just think Joe needs to go because his time has come.
Probably right there. Oh God, we can't wait to see how Savannah fares in there. So we'll be watching her tonight.
Thanks very much.
And then
thank you for all your support.
No, we're all going to be behind her. We cannot wait to see her on the
We'll
small
be saying the
screen
novena
tonight.
for.
Oh, St. Anthony will be out. St. Anthony.
Exactly.